Hey there, Ranger Nation. Welcome to the Webcast with Attitude. I'm your host, Nate, and this is episode 169. Wait, what? Excuse me. And guys, we are back from our hiatus. We got a lot to cover from Power Week, which was the 22nd through the 28th of August of this year. We'll be talking about a lot of that stuff and catch up with some guest announcements for Ranger Stop, which is in November this year, guys. So if you haven't gotten your passage yet, definitely do get on that. And also, we'll be talking about some, reveal from Flame Toys, their Dino Megazord, but it's not the Dino Megazord you guys have seen before. It's a totally different design, and it's very unique. So just wait till you see it. And then we've got some Power Rangers Legacy War news and Super 7 Power Ranger announcements here. Yep. But guys, it's been a while since we've done a webcast because, we were on our hiatus, but Power Rangers Dino Fury is back on Netflix. The second half of Dino Fury Season 2 is airing on Netflix right now. The last 11 episodes of the rest of Dino Fury, so guys, definitely check that out. So what was I going to say? So as you guys know, Power Morphicon was August, and it was a lot of fun. I had a great time. It went by quick. So just want to let you guys know there hasn't been any announcements or anything about PMC 2024. So guys, more likely we'll find out next year about all that information when it comes available. We'll see what happens. So while we're waiting, also guys, if you don't know, we have a new admin and co-host on LR4. She's not on here right now. Her name is Kim. She represents the she's our LR4 Pink Ranger. She represents the Pink Ranger. Kind of funny considering Kimberly was the name of the original Pink Ranger, so it works. So what else? Yeah, just want to wait till my co-host get here because he's running a little late, but we will be. He's should be showing up here in a bit. So I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Let's see, and happy October, guys! It's October. We're finally in October. Can you believe that? Oh, excuse me. Do you know what that means? We got Halloween this month, Thanksgiving next month, and then Christmas the following month. Oh boy, can't believe that. So once my co-host gets here, I will be able to introduce him. And for those of you guys that are viewing right now, feel free to say hi or anything in the comment section. And, if you have any questions, ask any questions. I don't mind answering them. Hold on a second. So, also at the end of this webcast tonight, we will have an announcement. I will have an announcement to make. You guys will have to keep an eye out for that. So anyway, let's go ahead and it's like 4 miles away from where he is. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is once Rick gets in here, I'll introduce him and all that stuff. But right now, let me go ahead and he'll have to show up. Let's get at least something started. I'm going to go. Wait, hold on. Did he even click the link? Hi, hi, hi. Like I said, feel free to ask any questions. Whether guys, I like to, we're already 6 minutes and 20 seconds in. You know what? What I'm going to do is, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and show you some pictures from the trip. I know I seem like one of those old people, one of those, people in the family, like, oh, I want to show you where we went on vacation, all that fun stuff. I'm going to be one of those people right now. That's terrible. So we can find the pictures first off. Ah, here we go. Bless you. That was my cat. There's over 100 photos in this picture. Whoa, it's a video. It's another video. Here we go. All right. Oh, my cat wants to join in too. Here she comes. Give me one sec. Let's go ahead. Don't rub against that. Come on. Kitty cat, come on. And that's my dog in the crate right now. There's some pictures right here. Yes, it is early in the, okay. So this is all from this was like, shoot, sometime in the morning, heading to our flight. And oh, dude, look how thrilled Rick is right there. He's like, it's too early for this crap. And I thought this was pretty cool. This is, if you guys want to check this out, it's on our Facebook. It's on the Facebook page. It's under the whatchamacallit, what's it called? The 2022 Con Experience. So guys, if you want to check that out, our pictures are right there from past conventions this year and from, yep. So if you guys want to check that out, this is at the airport. And yes, that is a mammoth or mastodon. And right there, saber-toothed tiger. I thought that was kind of fun. Rick was like, really? And I'm just ready to be heading to Pasadena. Let's see, find other pictures. Oh, yep. And this is our new co-host, Kim, right here. We're at the Tokyo Wako. Yeah, we're all just eating there. And let's see. I'm gonna do this. Sorry about this, guys. No, not that. Bella, come on. You guys can see the cat rubbing against me. All right. And these are some of the pictures I took. Oh, yep. All right, so let's go ahead and bring Rick. And here is one of my more phenomenal co-hosts right now, Rick.
Hey.
Just showing off some pictures from TMC.
Yeah.
So Yeah, there's what they had right there. During, I gotta say that setup is really nice, don't you think, Rick? Whoops. Can you hear me?
Can
you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, making sure.
Sorry, Megazord's a little loud.
Yep. Sorry, guys. Gotta take the cat out. The cat's and the dog. So, yep. Show you just some pictures here. So anyway, let's go ahead and get out of this. So Rick, we went to Power Morphicon this year. Did you have a great time?
Was that this year or was it last year? It feels like a whole year has already gone by.
Yeah.
Work.
More like that's how it feels right now. More likely that a year has gone by.
I mean, it comes around.
But yeah, so I mean, we had some cool stuff from PMC. He bought me the Mosa blade from Ryu Soldier, which is the Mosa blade from Power Rangers. Dino
yeah, he kind of needed it for the Mosa Rex Morpher
the
thing.
The Mosa changer. And you know what's funny?
Yeah.
So Rick, why don't you go ahead and tell some information that we got from our new co-host and admin and friend of ours about what she told us about certain things that weren't allowed in the convention center.
Oh, yeah. So we got there and we were informed that weapons of the prop variety and of course logically but of prop variety, which is what not going to be permitted. So, like, unless you are in cosplay. And so it's like, well, fudge. That was half my suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But I was able
if
to bring
I had
this
known
in.
that before going, I wouldn't have brought the Lupin versus Power Ranger changer and the
Gokai
Saber, Gokai Blaster, all that other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, granted, we're not going to mention.
Granted, wrist morphers that like the Dino Fury morpher, were
like
allowed.
Soul Changer. Yeah, those were fine.
But like
something like
Q Rangers morpher that's also a blaster, not allowed.
Which I found weird considering it's
because it's gun shaped. It's a wrist mounted gun shaped changer and therefore not allowed. I mean, I get the reasoning behind the heightened security.
Yeah, but
so be that.
Yeah,
but
we're not going to mention what it was, guys. You guys already know.
Yeah.
If you've been on a lot of the other social media, we're not going to go into detail with that. So,
but obvious toys, but I guess because people could make their own, yada, 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 3D print, stuff like that. I mean, we lived with it. We spent a lot more money than we really should have. In fact, really spent more money than I should have. And actually, you can't really see that. So let me go ahead and go normal.
Oh, I
I
hate
picked
you.
it up. Yeah.
See? Man, when I
Yeah.
saw this bag, and I'm like,
I got a steal on it. Almost half of what a lot of the other vendors were charging.
yeah. Some of the autographs and everything, I was able to get. Some pictures with the actors I was able to get. But unfortunately, I managed to get the Beast Morpher cast to sign this art, this photo edit that graphic design that Aaron Coney, I think his name is. He does a lot of these awesome artworks. He did for the Beast Morpher cast, and include all 5 Beast Morphers. Of course, Silver, the actor that played Silver, wasn't there. The suit actor wasn't there, and the voice actor and the one that played the human version of Steel was not there. But I managed to get all the main cast of Beast Morphers, including the comedy duo and the villains, and then the 4 out of the 5 main Beast Morpher cast. So that worked out perfectly.
No offense, but I
so-
think the only one that mattered to me is autograph. So, yeah.
I've gotten so many pictures with her. I got a picture with her at
Yeah.
the VIP party. I got a video of her dancing with the fans, and then I got a picture with her in a group with us at the breakfast. It's like, oh my God.
Believe it or not, I think the dancing wore her out more than it wore me out. And I hadn't danced like that in years. And it was only to turn around and keep up with her.
This tells you how old we are when we start hyperventilating, going.
But we're still young enough that we don't let. Well, okay, I'm still young enough that I can still recover quickly. I think the few years of working in the warehouse have helped me out.
So what's funny though, so before we get into the topics and everything, I want to mention the party. The VIP party was great. A lot better than the one in 2018. We were able to be inside. We didn't have to worry about being outdoors. We were able to sit down at a table.
Yeah.
Which was great. So Rick and Kim, they were all sitting. They had these free drinks there, these like energy drinks called Rocket Fuel, I think it was called.
Yeah. The people that make that were the ones that were behind the Megazord cockpit thing for us to get the photo in.
Those were the ones that made those drinks? Or were they sponsoring or something? Oh, dear God. So,
no, they were the ones making it.
So, anyway, I grabbed 3. I'm like, all right, well, grab one for me, for Kim, and Rick. They weren't that great.
They weren't bad. I have had way worse energy drinks.
I do like some energy drinks that are good. But the fact is, it wasn't that great. I didn't really care much for it.
Honestly, it was better than Red Bull.
So Rick gives me you gave me like $15 or something like that, or whatever you had on you cash wise, to go to the cash bar, which sucks. I hate when they have only cash bar there. Yeah. So to get a pop for you and then a drink for Kim, and then whatever was left over, I could get a drink too. And I was like, all right. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not standing in that line. And then a friend of mine, Jeremy, he comes up to me. He's like, I'm like, dude, where'd you get those drinks? He's like, from the hotel bar. Well, I know where I'm going. I'm like, well, do they take? I'm like, wait, hold on a second. Do they take card and cash? And I was like, be right back.
Well, the hotel bar would definitely take both.
So here's the funny part. I get the drinks, not realizing it kicked in after a while, saying, "Oh shit, I have to carry these back." And there was no tops on the drinks, no lids. Of course, not on
no tray.
Drink that, yeah, no tray. No, here I am carrying them back, and I'm thinking to myself, I should have had one of them come to the freaking bar and carry at least one of these back. So here I am trying to play waiter, going like this, going like, "Don't bump me, don't back up. Got drinks in my hand." That's exactly what I was saying. I'm like, I made it. And our other admin and co-host, Samantha, she's like, "Don't drop them, Nate." And I'm like, "You're not helping."
Well, I mean, she wasn't helping anyways, but that's besides the point, right?
Yeah, I was like this. I'm like, and then somebody offered help. Like, no, I'm almost there. So I might as well just. I'm almost there. So if it gets bad, I will pass it on to you. But so I made it. Everything worked out fine. I just thought that was very funny. So.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, the trip was great. We had a good time. It was very nice to, just it was great. It was a lot of fun. A lot of stuff that we got.
Binders in the way.
So, but anyway, speaking of convention,
What happens when you don't have a big Megazord cockpit? You got everything in your way.
So, we do have some announcements from Ranger Stop that were over the summer, and that was during our hiatus. So, here we go. We're going to discuss them right here and now. Let's go ahead and go to the screen.
The announcements are so be it.
Okay, Steve Cardenas, he will be there at Ranger Stop next month, November 12th and 13th. So, guys, if you want to meet Mr. Cardenas, which is interesting. Huh. Well, he is going to be there. So definitely stop by and say hi to him. Unless there's something else comes up and he's not able to make it. I'm not saying anything.
Like being out of the country.
Yep. Okay. All right. Next up, we got Christopher Kamen Lee, Andros, the Red Space Ranger. He will be there as well. Let's see who's next. And then joining him, Tracy Lynn Cruz, Ashley, the Yellow Turbo Ranger, the second Yellow Turbo Ranger, and the Yellow and Space Ranger. She will be there that weekend as well. So, guys, definitely stop by and say hi to her. Because not only whenever you purchase a picture with her, she will get a picture with you on her phone and then post it on her page. So that's pretty cool.
Well,
next up, we got another
power. Run around and have entertaining pictures on her page.
Yep. And Roger Velasco, Carlos from Turbo and In Space, the Green Ranger and Black Space Ranger. He's going to be there as well. And then we've got Princess Shayla herself, Anne-Marie Crouch. She will be there. Guys, she will sing you the Dear Zord song. So he asked nicely. She's such a sweetheart. I think she's awesome.
Yeah.
So definitely stop by and say hi to her. And then we've got Master Org himself, Isle Volok. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right, but yeah, he will be there that weekend. So definitely stop by and see Master Org. So yeah. So like we said, guys, Ranger Stop is happening next month at on the 11th through the 13th at the SeaWorld Doubletree Orlando. So guys, if you haven't gotten your passes or anything like that, I would definitely suggest getting those now. Hopefully you guys got everything booked and you guys have saved up a lot of money for this. Compared to Rangers, okay, so comparing, yep. So Rick, I mean, me and you've only been to Ranger Stop one time, and that was it. We haven't been at any other Ranger Stops because, due to the fact is, we always go to a convention during that year, and it's kind of hard with the money. So,
Well,
what would you
the
say?
thing is, it's not that it's hard to get the money. It's just hard to plan multiple trips where we are out of the area. I mean, we're able to hit Lexington. We're able to hit Cincy Comic Expo every year, for the most part.
Yes.
Even when we have PMC. But those are more local. The fact that this is in Florida and not close to the Cincinnati tri-state area around the Ohio River, kind of makes it a little harder.
Right. And now
I would say that Ranger Stop is more of Power Morphicon light.
Okay. Yeah, and I agree with him on that because
at least the one we went to, because it was 3-4 rows and like a small
like
convention hall, and that was pre-pandemic.
Now the thing is, I mean, you still can enjoy yourself, but if you don't plan on going the full weekend, if you only plan to go, like, let's say you just want to go Saturday and Sunday, and you want to go
the full con experience in one day.
Exactly. And if you just go just to, look at vendors and figure out what you want to get from there that you missed out on, or if you want to just talk to the actors, you do it that way. And it's like, it's really good to do that. It's a lot of fun. And it's a lot of fun to do. PMC is a big Power Ranger convention because it has more. It's more spread out.
Well, it's the Power Ranger convention.
Right. The difference between Ranger Stop and Ranger Stop and Pop, and there's a difference between Ranger Stop and Ranger Stop and Pop, which is, Ranger Stop and Pop is not only Power Rangers,
Florida and Georgia.
Yeah, and then Ranger Stop and Pop is a pop culture which has anime, video game characters, and Power Rangers, and then Ranger Stop would include Power Rangers, and also this time they're actually including the Ninja Turtle cast members at Ranger Stop this year. So guys, definitely stop by and see them.
With the Ninja Turtle Power Ranger crossover we've already had, and the Power Ranger Ninja Turtle 2 that we're getting.
Yep, and we'll be discussing.
The Turtles are officially part of the Power Ranger universe.
Yeah, so on his topic,
this will be the third time the Rangers meet the Turtles.
Yeah, so we will be talking about that later in our webcasts coming up in some episodes, because we have to play a little catch up here with a lot of stuff. So, but anyway, guys, honestly, if you want to go to this, like I said, the difference between Power Ranger Stop and Ranger Stop and Pop are that they are every year. Power Morphicon is an every other year thing. Which gives you more time to
being larger costs more money.
Exactly.
Which is why it's every other year.
And it gives you more time to save.
Power Morphicon literally went half the size, they could pull every year.
And I know a lot of people keep saying this. They're like, well, why don't you have it here? Why don't you have it there? It's like, well, you got to understand. It's like, it's kind of hard to do that because traveling to different places would be really difficult.
I mean, the thing is, you also got to keep in mind, every year, the San Diego Comic-Con, does it go other places? Does the Cincinnati Comic Expo? Does Lexington? Yes, I understand that, is WizardCon still a thing?
I don't know.
Because they have different Wizard Cons, or at least they did. I haven't heard about them in a couple years, but global pandemic, And no, I'm not making fun of it.
No, right. And my thing is, but like I said, guys, definitely support Power Morphicon. Definitely support Ranger Stop. Definitely.
Yeah. Go to anyone that you can. If you're able to go to Ranger Stop, but you can't make Power Morphicon, so be it. You're gonna.
But I would suggest, guys, definitely, if you want, I'll tell you right now, okay? Now, I'm not saying Power Morphicon is not happening again.
If it wasn't for plane tickets, I'd be at Ranger Stop every year.
And, I'm not saying the Power Morphicon is not going to happen. I'm not saying, but just make sure you support it. Also, make sure you support a lot of conventions. But if you want to go to Power Morphicon and you want to check it out, I definitely would suggest keep supporting that. Show that you love it. And that if you've been there, it's worth it, guys. It's a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of people that are into the exact same stuff you are. It doesn't matter if it's Super Sentai or anything, or Tokusatsu.
Kamen Rider or because even Kamen Rider gets represented by fans there. So Turtles have been represented there. VR Troopers.
It's been a while since they've done that, but
Sailor Mini Moon. Well, Sailor Chibi Moon.
Yeah, which I think is interesting. Well, if her husband's going to be there,
I mean, it's literally because.
And yes, we're talking about Sandy Fox.
I mean, it's great,
Mm-hmm. So, let's go on to.
I mean, being married to.
Ecliptor.
One of the is it voice actors?
He's a voice actor, yeah. Ecliptor.
Kind of,
So, anyway.
That's, what's his name? Lex Lane or something?
Lex Lane, yep.
Yeah. Yep. So, it's like Lex Luthor and Lois Lane had a child.
Don't you mean Lana Lane?
Or actually, no. They merged into one being.
Oh, dear God. So.
That's how he got it.
Let's get into our next topic, which is the Flame Toys. Now, guys, we just showed you a grayscale of this Megazord from Flame Toys. And we've got a full-on look of this Dino Megazord. And I got to tell you guys, I like the way it looks. But don't take my word for it. Let's get your thoughts on this. This is the Dino Megazord from Flame Toys, which is also partnered up with Hasbro. And we got some photos separately from them. So there is the full, and this is a modeling kit, guys. And I can tell you right now, you'd be spending some time on this thing. So it's like kind of like a beast Dino Megazord. So go ahead and scroll up.
If I had the money.
And these are very. What's that noise? Keep hearing that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The price that they are is definitely worth it if you can afford it.
Yeah, and speaking of which, let me look at the price. Do you know the price by any chance? I'm trying to.
$300-$400.
It's like around $400. So.
Yeah.
So, the design on them look awesome. The pterodactyl looks interesting. I would have never have. Let's see.
Thought about using the sword as part of it.
Yep, the tail.
Dang it! Isn't it part of the neck as well?
Yep. Let's see. It's a pre-order.
Yeah, because I think that the sword involves the full neck as well, I believe.
So the price, the retail price is $400. Their special price right now for pre-order discount price is $375.80.
You save a little over $24.
So yeah,
like I said, if you have the money, this is definitely worth it.
Correct.
However, I only wish I had that kind of money just sitting around.
So yeah, like I said, here's the full assembled Megazord, and there they are individually. And yes, they do come apart, obviously. And here it has a tank mode, which I like how instead of the cannons being on the palm, the bottom of the foot. He's holding it in his hands. I love
the
that.
guns. Yeah.
So
The
that's
cannons
awesome.
have become blasters.
Now, so guys, if you like this and you would want to include something in there, one of some of the fans' most popular Ranger, yes, I say popular because there's some people that are very like this character and like the actor. But guys, we are also getting, in the future, a Dragon Zord.
Holy sh!
Yeah.
That actually looks cool.
That is. Now, guys, let me say this. If they ever wanted to do a reboot of Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin, if they would have done it, this would have been, I mean, look, I'm not saying I don't like the reboot we had.
This would have been better for the Zords.
I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, the Megazords or the Zords sucked and all that stuff." And the movie, I like the movie. I like the Zords they had, but this would have been an awesome look for the Megazords.
This would have been Power Rangers,
and this Dragon Zord right here would have been interesting.
Unfortunately, I don't see the 2017 movie was a good movie. If you did not try to associate it with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. If it was its own thing, it would have been massive blockbuster hit.
Right.
But saying it's a reboot of Mighty Morphin is what actually hurt it, which is unfortunate because it wasn't Mighty Morphin.
Right.
Yet it had the names of the characters, but it wasn't Mighty Morphin. It was a superhero movie.
So here we go. Let me show you the concept art of it. And there it is right there.
So when you look,
it's just, I love it.
Yeah.
I love the design. And then you see that it can actually form the Dragon Zord in fighting mode or battle mode. And then in the back, you've got the Mega Dragon Zord right there. And I mean, I love the design. I got to give props to these guys.
Yes.
I know.
I wish I had the money to afford this because I would love to have this.
Go Kira Kabay. I think that's what it's called. I'm probably butchering the name, but I got to say, so how many?
I will have to find a way to get this kind of money.
So Rick, by looking at
anyone know any banks that are willing to forego their deposits for a week without it being a crime?
I'm going to ask you right now, honest, truthfully, answer truthfully. How many Power Ranger Thunderbolts would you give this design for the Dragon Zord and the Dino Megazord?
I don't think there's enough. Yeah, because unfortunately my bag of Thunderbolts is empty, so I'm just going to have to take out a loan. And let's see, what kind of scale do you want? 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 or 1 to 100 or what?
I just love this.
I need to know how many to borrow. So, I mean, like I said, if I had the money, this would be part of my collection.
So what I will do is...
This is really great.
If you guys want to pre-order this, I will put. I'll have to look through the links and see where which one is the best option for you to pre-order it at. I'll put it under the. I will put it under the description of this episode. Later this, either later tonight or later later this week. Just keep an eye out for that, so you guys can pre-order the Dino Megazord. And we will definitely keep an eye out for the Dragon Zord once it comes available to be shown. And we will let you know once that comes. More likely, this will be shown next year, since we did get a grayscale of it right there. And we'll see it possibly next year. So, guys, keep an eye out for that. All right, next up, we've got what's our next thing? So, guys, if you guys still play Legacy Wars, we have a new character joining Legacy Wars. Now, guys, these are old announcements and everything. We haven't, because we've been really behind. I'm trying to catch up to all the announcements. I was going to do some Facebook Lives over this year, but due to the fact is, scheduling and all that stuff, it was kind of, so that's why I decided to put them on this webcast. So, Rick, when you saw the shadow image of this character, who did you think it was?
Did you send me an image?
Hold on, I can find it.
Because I have no idea. There's way too many, and I haven't paid much attention.
Yeah, one sec. Hold on. Let me send it to you. So before we get into the character, I know I have one. I know I sent it to Kim. So let me. Come on.
Ugh.
Many years later, still trying to figure it out. You're lucky that Kim's not on here right now, or she would really, she'd be giving you a stare.
Why?
Because it sounds like you're singing some Christmas music.
No. Oh no, we're not even past Halloween yet.
Mm-hmm.
Which reminds me, I gotta come up with a Halloween costume. I might pull Santa Claus out.
Okay, I sent you the image. So this is the character that was,
Oh, Batman!
Yeah. So people,
that would have been funny as hell. But no.
I'll answer this right now. I'll say this right now. I thought it was Batman too, because the ears. That's what got me. But then I had to look a little bit more, and then I'm like, okay, now I can see why I was wrong. So the new character that was added to Legacy Wars is Dane. The Syrian bout. How do you pronounce that? Syrian?
Bounty Hunter. Yeah.
Yep.
He's from the planet Sirius, like Doggy Kruger.
Yep.
He is literally another fiend that is one of Doggy Kruger's species.
Yep. He was one of the main villains of Power Rangers in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Necessary Evil.
Yeah.
But that's not all, guys. They also include a new skin for a character. You got the Omega Blue Ranger, which includes her civilian form, Kia.
Yep.
So
my question is, will they add the other Blue Omega Ranger?
That's actually a good question. So guys, you can actually download these characters right now, or try to pay to download these characters. So if you're interested, definitely I would suggest downloading this character. I still have the game downloaded on my phone, and I haven't played it in a long time. So if you guys still love this game,
my new phone doesn't have it.
Your new phone does not have that?
No.
Oh,
it was not one of the apps I re-downloaded when I got this new phone.
So it doesn't even have the option to download it on there?
Oh, no, it has the option to download it. I just haven't.
Oh, okay. So, guys, definitely check out Legacy Wars if you want to play the game. Because they do add more characters, which is awesome. It is a fun game. If you like the fighting style games, it's definitely worth it. So, next up, we got Super 7 Power Ranger toys here. And the toy that we're going to be showing you is Rick's favorite Ranger,
Hell yeah.
the Yellow Ranger, which she is a part. I think she's supposed to be the part of Wave 3 of the reaction figures. And here's a look at her right here. And there's a look at the box.
Yep.
And so, yep, you guys can. I don't know if she's available for ordering right now. I'll have to look that up. But guys, she has been revealed finally. They were a little behind on revealing her, but I guess they wanted to wait. So there you go. So guys, if you remember the Cyborg Dragonzord X-ray version, you've got the full-on Dragonzord itself, and you see the green ring in the cockpit, and there it is, right there.
Without that front plate, it actually looked like we were staring at physical guts. Yep. It was disgusting looking, like I was looking at a medical thing.
Yeah. And I gotta say, the Dragonzord is pretty cool looking. I do like how they include the Green Ranger up here, even though he wasn't in the cockpit as much.
No, but he actually did get in there. So,
yep.
Now, what would be even more amazing is if the little Green Ranger could be removed.
True. So,
although I'm sure that there will be people who will do a mod of it without him.
As talking about the Yellow Ranger reaction figure and the Cyborg Dragonzord, if you were to pick to buy, which out of one of these, which one would you buy?
The Yellow Ranger.
Yeah.
Sorry, these Megazords with the removable plates and stuff, just not something I'm interested in.
I can understand that. It's very understandable. Some people are not interested. Some people don't care much for them, but some people do. So, all that matters is, I mean, I like it.
What you like.
Exactly.
And if you have a problem with me not liking something, you can turn around and go kiss your ass.
Okay, that's kind of...
And if you can actually pull that one off, like you physically kissing your own ass, if you can pull that off, I'll mail you a penny.
So, out of all this stuff we've announced,
more for the stamp
talking about Ranger Stop, talk about Ranger Stop 2022, and announcements of the Flame Toys, Power Rangers, and Power Rangers Legacy Wars and Super 7 Power Rangers. Now it's time to get into the first announcements that were made during 2022, during August 22nd, during Power Week. And guys, let me go here. We finally have one of the characters that have already been found.
It's the character that everyone would have liked to see be Tommy and Kimberly's child.
So anyway.
That's guys, if it's the image I think you have next.
It's probably not, but guys, we finally have the third member of Dino Thunder Yellow. And she is part of Wave 12. And she has been announced during Power Week. And guys, here's a look at the sculpt. She looks awesome. And there's the head sculpt right there.
Yep, pinless, double jointed on the arm, like they've been working on for the female figures.
Yep.
Double elbow
and
joint.
She does come with the Terra grips, and she only comes with the Terra grips and the Thundermax blaster.
Yep, no Thundermax saber for her.
Right. So
I wish they had included a piece to attach to the back for like her Super Dino mode to have the wings. But
that would have been awesome. So there you have that. We finally have her joining the rest of the, Wave 12, which we've been waiting for. We'll be talking about the next one that's already been up. So guys, if you haven't pre-ordered this yet, or if you haven't ordered it, I will put a link in the description later on. whenever I get a chance to. Keep an eye out for that. And next up, the following day, we got an announcement. This is going by the 3 days of Power Week. This was on the 22nd. They announced this one. And I think the next one they announced was the following day, which was a character that collabs with Power Rangers and also is from a video game. All I can say is Hadouken! Crimson Hawk Ranger Ryu.
Yes.
From Street Fighter. Guys, now, I have to say this right now. When they announced this figure, I was like, finally, we are finally getting something representing the Street Fighter cross. And this character is available on Legacy Wars and Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. So here we go on.
So one issue, though, is they don't include the civilian head.
Right.
So,
but they do include these awesome effects in this stand right here. The Hadouken, or maybe the Kamehameha, I don't know, for Dragon Ball. And then you've got this right here, which is awesome.
Yep.
And then some of these, and I gotta say,
they got a few things that they get to do.
Yeah.
And
I like this design. This is awesome, and I'm glad we're finally getting this figure. Because this was also in the Legacy Wars Bat in the Sun promo thing they did, little short film, which include Jason A. Frank, Ciara Hanna. So that was pretty cool, and I do like how I love this design, but that's not all. So, when Ryu was the only one that we thought was only going to be getting a ranger suit and a power coin. Oh, we were wrong. Chung-Li, the Blazing Phoenix Ranger, is also been announced and is coming. And oh my God, another figure I wanted. Now, as Rick says, these do not include civilian heads, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but
it comes Chung-Li, that's a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, they do include the little effects, which is awesome, the little stand, and I do like that. So, but here's
the fact that they both include a power shield.
Yep. It's awesome. And so, but here's the thing, guys. I'll tell you right now, I know a lot of people were going to be expecting this because they've said this in the past. After Wave 12 with the Lightning Collection, now they're going to be moving on to plastic-free packaging, which means they're not going to be including any plastic window. They're not going to be including any plastic inserts. It's all going to be this cardboard type of material, this type of thing, which is unfortunate, but there should be a way that you can actually, if you wanted to display the box with the figure in it, there should still be a way. And Rick could give you an example right here with his two-pack he's got here for Marvel Legends, if you want to check it out.
So that's the Spider-Man and Spinneret. It shows what's in the box for the characters. But as you see, no plastic window. Has both of them there. And, okay. So, of course, putting the stuff back in the box is a bit rough as well. Especially,
right.
The accessories, because there's not actually a spot for them. But
so what you're saying is basically the accessories would move around a lot in there.
yes,
It's not impossible, but
unless they decide to change it up for the Power Ranger figures, but that's literally how they're held into the packaging for the 2-pack here.
Okay.
And as you can tell, there's literally no spot for the spare head and the hands.
The only thing is you'll have to just like literally prop it in there in some way. And was there any paper wrapped around them?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, they will be.
They were wrapped in a paper.
Right. So, guys, I think that's really unfortunate they're doing that because But if you guys are okay with it and you don't really keep the box anyway, then by all means, just get rid of the box. But as me,
I'll probably end up getting rid of this, but I held on to it just because it's from one of my favorite Spider-Man stories. The Amazing Spider-Man: Renew Your Vows.
Right. And my thing is, it's like, so with them going to the whole thing about, let's see, them doing everything with their
packaging, I get it, because, plastic, they're
plastic bad.
Well, it's not the fact that plastic's bad. It's just, even though plastic can be melted and redone and reused, it costs more to actually do that than to produce new plastic.
Right.
And the only place at the time when recycling plastic actually took place on a big scale was in China. But eventually, even the Chinese said, hey, this is harming our people more than what we can fund for our healthcare system. So they cut it off because the cost benefit and scale tipped into more cost than benefit. And so they're like, well, this is harming our people. It's costing us too much money. We're just not going to do it.
And like I said, I understand all that, but in my thought process, it would be nice if they would have kept it for for all the waves, but it's just we're just going to have to do it.
My issue, like the internal packaging with the cardboard holding the two figures, great. Okay, cool. Switch to that. But they didn't have to get rid of the window.
That's true.
A lot of people keep the box anyways. Yes, there are people who are out-of-box collectors and don't care about the box. But, you turn around, if you keep the box, it's nice to have the display window. Although, with the way my figures are stacked right now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 where the display window matters. So be that.
Yeah.
Although the plastic holder inside would hold the accessories. So maybe what they need to do is create like a little pocket in the box, like out of the cardboard, where you can just stick the accessories.
That'd be a nice feature because then it will be a lot easier. That way, if you don't want to,
that solves that issue, and as long as you don't tip it upside down or on its side.
Right. So, next topic. It is Rick Boom time.
Okay. Give me one moment. Oh, because my stomach is starting to be a pain. Okay. Okay. So, Mighty Morphin, Power Rangers. issue 100. So this issue is the start of the new numbering in comic series. Although it is also the last issue by
Ryan
Parrott.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's weird because this literally brings the Mighty Morphin and the Power Ranger title back together, which I figured that they would probably end up doing at one point, which is why I always got the legacy numbers.
Right.
So the titles for Mighty Morphin and for Power Rangers are done. They're going back to being a single issue. And this wraps up the Omega Ranger storyline that we've been involved in. This
and when
came
he
out.
means, go ahead.
This came out on the 28th. And what I mean is it's the ending to the Death Ranger saga, and it gives the Omega Rangers we're continuing on, but we'll see you again sometime.
Right. And before we move on to the variants and all that stuff, so if you notice the logo for Rick's, that will be changed. We're going back to Mighty Morphin, and then since they're also doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, which we'll begin to talk. He'll be talking about that later once they release information on the first issue of Ninja Turtles. We'll be getting into that. So, yep, this will be changed and this will be removed too. So, anyway, let's go on to the variants.
Oh yeah,
Rick, why don't you show us some of the variants you got?
So the one that you have there.
Yeah, I know it blends in. I hate when that happens.
All right. We just teleported back to my room again. So the main cover, as you can tell, it does have the Omega Ranger team. It has the all 7 Mighty Morphin Ranger team. And it has Andros and Zane. Which...
yeah, it does have on that.
Zane is not really a part of it.
Right.
He is there for a few panels, and was a part of the previous issue.
Right.
Sort of.
So, you want to now? That's not the only variant
they do.
You have.
Some of the issues come with cards inside. And a poster. Now, beautiful. I bought 5 copies. 3 of them came with cards. The Pink Ranger that you just saw there, and I got 2 that have Lord Draken. I was hoping to find a Ranger Slayer, but that didn't happen.
So, how do the cards come in the packaging, in the book itself?
Literally, just in the middle where the poster is. Because that's literally the middle of the book. And the card is literally just attached in there.
Okay,
so if you got like a gift card, that little like sticky stuff on the back there that holds it in the packaging, that's what's holding the card in.
Adhesive type of thing that would stick there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they only give you one
Easy
card
to come off
in each comic.
If you peel it.
Yeah. So they only give you one card in each comic?
Yes. And the thing is, 2 of the comics I have didn't even come with that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And I'll tell you right now, like this one that doesn't have it, I know the comic book shop did not pull them. So it's literally not the comic book shops pulling them out. Some of them just don't come with it. And it was probably a manufacturing error. Like when the pages were being assembled, it was probably an error.
Right. Let's see some of the other variants you got.
Okay. So another variant is the Death Ranger Jason Scott. So when Death Ranger possessed Jason, now this one was pretty cool.
And that's issue 100?
Yeah.
Nice. I love the back. All right. Next one.
Now this one.
Now leave that right there.
All 7 here. And the Omegas.
Yes. And right there, if you look right here, look at that. There it is right there, guys.
Yep.
That is awesome. Now, at first, I thought those were comics that you combine together, but no, it looks like it comes like that. So I love that. I love the back, and it's just, I love how Boom Studios.
So what I like is within the first couple, a scene that was already shared, but right here is Matt, and he's in the command center with the rest of the Rangers. He's essentially part of the team.
Yep. And next up, so what's the other one you got? You showed that one.
And the last one I have is, of course, the foil.
That is beautiful. I love that.
Because I had to get it. I have all the other foils, so I had to get this one.
So you said you had all 5, right? You have 5.
I have 5 variants. There are some others. There's like a sketch variant where you can have people draw on it at a convention, stuff like that. I didn't get that. But so I'm not gonna give you guys the story, but Dragonzord and Thunder Megazord combined. What everyone wanted to see in the original series, we finally got.
Nice. And here's some of the other variants, guys.
Out earlier this week. It's the final issue written by Ryan Parrott. Yeah. Several years in the making. So,
yeah. Ryan, thank you.
It is one hell of a story.
Yeah, and
pick it up.
Yeah, I can say Ryan. He's done some great work on the comics. I have not read them, unfortunately, but I will. Once I'll start reading them again. It's just that I really haven't sat down and gave myself time to read them. So
yeah. Also, I found a Barnes and Noble.
Oh, jeez, I need to go to Barnes and Noble and get some. So,
it's down near the Florence Mall.
Oh, okay. So, also, here's some other variants, guys, that you can look at right here. There are those ones right there.
Yep.
And
now, these are the more expensive variants, I believe.
Those ones right there?
This one. Yeah. Because my comic book shop didn't even get this one.
Okay. And then we have this one where you see
the skull, the Death Ranger skull.
That is now what's interesting, the next part of this of his topic, we got some of this came out. Rick, if you want to go to that.
So although we have the article for it, my local comic book shop plus another one nearby have no knowledge of this, and I haven't been able to find it on any of the 3 comic book sites that I actually go to to order some past issues.
Right.
These are the Megazord Pack variant cover. It is 5 issues. Yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Wait.
And Go-Go Power Rangers #8.
So is this is Mighty Morphin 1, right?
Yes.
And this is Mighty Morphin 2?
Correct.
Okay.
No, that's #9.
Well, that's number 9. Okay.
Yes.
And then this one
the
right
next
here
one is number 25.
Okay.
Yep. This one is Go-Go Power Rangers #1, which I have to admit, I like that artwork. And Go-Go Power Rangers #8.
Right. And I've got to say, these are pretty cool art designs. What I understand is, Rick, that these are not any different storylines. These are just
No.
reissued.
It's literally a reprint of the original issue, just with a new cover. They call it the Megazord Pack. Now, unfortunately, they don't actually, when you set them together, don't form a Megazord, like the name would imply.
That'd be kind of actually cool if they did that. But so anyway,
yeah.
Now, Rick,
it would be the Exodia of Power Ranger comic covers.
So before we go on to our topic for the episode rates, what would you like to say about these comics? And then,
definitely go pick them up. Definitely your local comic book shop. Like I've been doing, yeah. I probably have a problem. Like I'm literally staring at my entire comic collection because the computer is literally sitting on top of it. Yeah. So support your local comic book shops and support the small businesses. Support the paper copies because let's face it, they're good. Now, did I need to pick up 5? No. Because I'll tell you this is one of the more expensive single issues for Power Rangers. Like, this literally is a $10 issue. And did we just lose Nate? Oh, shoot. Yeah. So definitely support the small businesses in your local comic book shop.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had some connection issues. I had to.
Okay. It kept us live, so hey. Yeah. Again, support your local comic book shops. Support paper copy.
Thanks,
help
Rick,
Rick fund his
staying here.
Paper addiction.
Really got Rick around here to help to stay around, and I didn't. So that was my fault. I had to. My internet wasn't acting. Was acting up, so said I was on a hotspot, which I think is really weird.
Okay, mine's been acting up all night.
And saying it again. Why am I in a personal hotspot? Is my iPhone connected?
Wait, you're on a hotspot now?
I don't know why.
Good Lord.
So anyway. But anyway, so now we are in our episode rates of LR4 for Power Rangers Dino Fury Season 2. And we will be discussing episode 12 of Dino Fury. So here we go. And that episode is called Ultimate Mysteries. And there's Amelia standing in front of Area 62.
Oh, Bigfoot!
And I love Hunter Dino, whatever you want to pronounce her last name. She's awesome. But so this is the beginning of the episode. She's trying to get an interview from her grandfather, Pop, and he's in a radioactive. So Stan and Annie, two characters that were only in the background for most of the time, and we actually get to see them a little bit more in the show than we've done in past episodes.
Yeah.
So they're giving them more screen time than they did last year's season 1, and then so it's kind of funny how they're getting more screen time in this series. So she's getting an interview, and Pop's telling they're trying to find out mysteries behind Area 62. He's telling them, like, I was just a janitor there, so I didn't see anything suspicious or anything like that. I just worked as a janitor.
I was just a janitor.
I was just a janitor. And then, he hears an alert from Stan's phone, hits the blueberry bush, like, I've got radiation spots. I'm done for. Like, oh, this is radiation. And then he gets he picks these blueberries that are freaking gigantic. And, then they look at this the alert, and apparently it's a video feed of Bigfoot. And like I say, Bigfoot quotations, because we find out more and more later. So the Rangers get a call from Solon. They have to teleport to the command center, to the base, and the call is from Grid Battle Force. General Shaw from Power Rangers Beast Morphers is letting them know that the villains that were in captivity in one of their facilities have escaped, and the the Grid Battle Force Rangers. Now, we've always called it Power Rangers Beast Morphers.
Believe it or not, Scrozzle was not the only monster that Grid Battle Force took in alive.
Which I always thought that was weird. Well, it's supposed to take a year later, so I guess they decided not to destroy the monsters. They decided to.
Well, I guess if the monsters don't go giant, we don't destroy them or something.
So we do get a appearance from the Power Rangers Beast Morpher cast.
Wow.
But
we get
footage from Go Buster. The audio. Yep, that was from a Go.
Is it from Go Buster, or was it just them reusing the suits?
It was Go Buster footage.
Okay.
And what's funny is they did reuse the voices of the actors, but they didn't have any speaking lines. They just went, yeah! So that's your best way of getting a crossover with Beast Morphers, even though they weren't there. The only one from Beast Morphers was...
They're saving their money.
Then from General... And you guys got to remember, during this time when they were filming this was during the pandemic, and they had some restrictions, so they were only able to do what they could do. And so she was from, I think she's from New Zealand, so they were able to get away with that. Other than that,
actors
really good.
Were already there.
Yeah. So the Rangers get a call on the Ranger hotline, and they teleport to the park or some sort of area, and they morph. Well, we get to meet the villain. We don't get to see him right here, guys, but we can tell you who he is. Rick, do you want to do the honors?
Bigfoot!
He is
It was Bigfoot. And he did not like being called that.
And what is funny is his name is Lothorn. Not Lothor. Lothorn. He is the nephew of a Power Ranger villain from back in the day, the Mighty Morphin.
One.
He was the nephew of Lokar.
Lokar? Lokar? Yeah.
Lokar?
Yeah.
I think his name was Lokar.
That thing.
And
the big head in the sky.
Yeah. Lokar. Yeah, Lokar. Yeah.
Or I believe he was Satan in the Japanese version.
Lokar?
Yeah.
I just think it's funny.
Because that's who he's supposed to be.
And it was an interesting way of introducing a character related to this villain. Now, guys, I want to show the reason why our episode is called Wait, What? We'll get to that point in just a bit. So the Rangers are fighting him, and they have a little bit of problems because, he's hard to fight and everything. He's pretty strong. And then they finally fight. He is at Dino Henge, and he plans to destroy the statues. They don't know who told him about Dino Henge, but Annie and Stan are there trying to get footage of him. They thought it was Bigfoot, and then Amelia saves her co-workers and teleports them away. And so during the battle, we get the blazing battle armor.
Armor red.
Yep, for the Red Ranger. And when they form the Primal Ultrazord, kick him into space, and there is a line that he says, "I can see Angel Grove from here."
Oh, yeah.
Now, I gotta say this. When has that dude been at Angel Grove?
And we didn't get that episode.
That was the most random thing. Hey, I can see Angel Grove from here. It's like, what the? You've been to Angel Grove? I mean, I know your uncle has, but I don't remember you there.
Well, I mean, fairness, we don't know what's happened in Angel Grove for over 25 years.
Right. And let me show you what this guy looks like.
Or for about 25 years.
He is in our thumbnail for this episode. So let me go ahead and look him up. Let me show you. I'll show you our thumbnail for this episode, and if I can find it. Here it is. So let me show you what this guy looks like, and you'll see the family resemblance. That's Lothorn.
Oh, yeah. And don't call him Bigfoot. He don't like that.
Yeah. First my feet, now my spikiness. I will not take this anymore. But all in all, and then, they get another. So anyway, ending out this episode, Pop goes for an interview at Buzz Blast, and this time he's talking about those blueberries. And they say, and then Cyborg says, well, according to this, radiation can make fruit grow abnormally larger. Afraid that he was afraid of radiation before. And then due to the fact is, of course, stuff happens. A little slapstick here. So what ends up happening is find out no radiation. It's all good. So the Rangers get called back to the base. Another message from General Shaw. And she tells them that one that's missing from its prison is A villain we know very well from Beast Morphers. Scrozzle. Now, guys, if you don't remember who Scrozzle is, Scrozzle was the guy that worked for Evox. He created the Robotrons and the Gigadrones. And so, yeah, he was got broken out. Somebody broke him out. And the footage they show is a villain we know very well. He was in season 1 in the Halloween episode, and he is back.
Let's just put it this way. This villain is doing a whole lot more than he did years ago.
Yes. Guys.
He is actually like on the front lines.
I'll tell you right now. So this villain that is back.
It is Zorthon of Eltar.
So it is Lord Zed, the Emperor of Evil. He is back. And he is planning something really big. And but if you want to know what that is,
he's getting
guys,
his steps in to help meet his fitness.
Guys, if you want to know what that plan is, you're gonna have to wait until next week's episode for LR4 because it's a pretty cool one. So, with that said,
yeah,
Rick, what would you review this episode and what rate would you give this episode? Oh, and by the way, wait, hold on a second. And also, Amelia.
This episode.
One sec, sorry. And Amelia finds out, reveals that apparently her parents died in a house fire. We'll be getting more on that later. So go on, Rick.
So, anyways, I would give this episode not a 10, but like maybe 9.5, because it is a great episode. With that said, though, it gets the higher rating because of other episodes that are to come. Overall, the second half of the season, I'm not going to give spoilers, is really good and has a bit of a nostalgic Mighty feel. And I think, I think that actually helps.
Right. And
because it's bringing back nostalgia and still being something new. So, yeah, about 9.5. Did we just lose Nate again?
Or no, hold on a second. Yeah. Okay, so here's my rate and my review. I liked everything about it. It was really good. I loved it. And I do like the nostalgic, like Rick says. And it's cool to see Lord Zed come back for season 2. And I can't wait to talk about more about what's going to happen. So it's going to be pretty cool. And I give this episode a 10. And I think I was looking back at the episode at our live feed, and I said Ultimate Mysteries. It's called Ultimate Mystery. So, guys, if you want to check this episode out, it's available on Netflix right now. All the last 11 episodes of Dino Fury Season 2 are available right now. Guys, go ahead and binge watch it because it's it's really cool. It's awesome. I'm not going to say anything. Binge watch it. You'll enjoy it. So speaking of mystery, guys, I have an announcement to make. Tomorrow, midnight, on the 3rd of October, is when we have our LR4 Morphin Mystery Box contest. And if you want to know anything more details about it, everything will be in the caption. All you got to do is just read how to enter. I will be posting this all over our other social media like Twitter, Instagram, to show you what to do. I'll say, listen, go here. And guys, our mystery box contest will be starting at midnight tomorrow. Actually, in like a few hours from now. So, so just keep an eye out for that, guys. I've been waiting for this. I'm not going to say what's in the mystery box because that's the point of a mystery box, because you find out yourself. But I can tell you, the only thing I can tell you is some really cool stuff. You guys will really love it. I promise you that.
So, mate, we're going to do something we don't normally do. We're going to give them an example of what's in the mystery box. It's behind this. And here's another one that's behind this as well. There's more to come. So, if you want to actually see what the items are, you're going to have to actually win this contest.
Exactly. And guys, if you want to see
stay tuned for the winner to give us a picture of what they got in it.
Yeah. And what's cool about this is if you want to look at previous winners in our LR4 Morphin Mystery Box contest winners on our albums, in our photo albums, guys, look at them. You'll see a bunch of stuff. Everything you see there is not going to be the same stuff you will be winning. It's always going to be a variation of different stuff. We try not to do exactly the same stuff we've done. We try to add new stuff in there and stuff that we think that you will enjoy. So, guys.
Oh, trust me, you'll enjoy this one.
Yeah. So, anyway, guys, you'll love it. I promise you.
You will be competing against me because there's a few things in there I want. So, unfortunately, you'll probably beat me because I can't actually technically enter. So,
and the thing is, Rick, I mean, back then when we did these contests, it wasn't a mystery box contest at first. We actually let you know what you were winning. So my idea of the mystery box was when.
Yeah, but then we decided you don't need to know that.
Well, yeah, because it's more fun for you guys to find out yourself of what you won. And the fact is, the reason why we do these mystery boxes is because because this inspired me to do this because of the Ranger Stop mystery box that I got.
It's fun.
And it's a lot of fun to find out what you get. You never know what you're going to get in there.
It's a good way for me to clean out my closet.
And guys, I promise you guys, you'll love it. You'll love what you're getting. I promise you.
Yeah, it's not a pair of socks. It's okay.
It's a lot.
Is it?
We do this because we do these contests because we enjoy doing them, and we want you guys to participate in these. So definitely participate. Make sure to follow how to enter down to the letter. Everything the information will be on there, you guys, and it'll have the cutoff date and your final day to enter, and then it will also have when we will stop accepting entries. So make sure to read that carefully and make sure you guys do exactly what everything says on how to enter. Otherwise, you will not be qualified to be entered in the contest. So just make sure. Read carefully, make sure you do everything. And, we wish you all luck on that. So, Rick, before we sign off, what would you like to say?
Remember, support your local comic book shops. Support small businesses, lifeblood of your communities. The Yeah, support paper copy. So,
yeah,
brick and mortar all the way.
yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and go do the outro as usual. So, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't watched this already, it'll be pre-recorded. You can go back and watch it. We'll be back next Sunday with a new episode of LR4, and it will be episode 170. So, guys, we're back, and I look forward to talking more and more about Power Rangers. We'll be continuing our discussion on what was announced during Power Week to give our feedback on it, since I wanted stuff to talk about, even though it's been months since it's been on August and it's been talked about like crazy. We are here to talk about it now. Like I said, I will be posting links to stuff from for the Flame Toys, for Super 7, and also the Lightning Collection and everything, so you guys can pre-order those. So make sure to enter the contest tomorrow, and I wish you luck on that. Make sure to check out our so guys, make sure you check out our social medias, check out our Twitter, check out our Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. And after this, you'll get a little look at the had to charge my battery. Sorry. So guys, you'll get a look at the next episode for next week. So guys, stay safe, stay healthy, stay more phenomenal, and as Zordon always says,
the points don't matter.
May the power protect you. And remember, it's Morphin time. Dino Fury key. Activate. Link to Morphin grid. Nothing. Still broken. All right, guys. See you next time. All right, Rick, say bye.
See, this is why you should have let me work in the Megazord.
Yeah. Well, we're still live, aren't we?
I wonder, what do these three have in common?